Hey, good morning, everybody. It's 9:05 and I'm live. This is Today with Todd. Thank you for joining me this morning. This is going to be my final Leadership Lab this morning. This is Leadership Lab number 5. So I've been talking to you all week about leadership, but I've been calling this a leader shift. We have to shift into leadership roles. I believe that leaders are made, they are not born. So today I'm going to talk to you about this final point. Hope you can write these things down. May spend a little more time with you on this last day just so we can get some things established with you. Today I'm going to talk with you about courage to lead. That's right, courage to lead. And also I want to talk to you about confidence in leadership. We have to shift into courage and confidence as leaders. So one of the things that I want to tell you about leadership today is leadership is going to require courage. Courage is to make the tough decisions. Many times as a leader, we're faced with decisions, and sometimes they're tough decisions. Sometimes they're decisions we don't want to particularly make, but that's part of being a leader. Leadership is the courage to communicate what other people are unwilling to say. Sometimes we have to say tough things, say things to people that may offend or even hurt people's feelings, but it's part of being a leader. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Let me make that point to you this morning, because let me just get right down here with you and talk to you about that. A lot of people think that having courage is not having fear, but that's not true. Courage, fear is present. Courage is not the absence of fear. But courage is when you make decisions despite the fear. The fear is there, but you have to make the decision. A lot of times we hide behind or mask. I'm praying about it. We make statements like that. I'm praying about it. There comes a time when praying about it has to end and a decision becomes necessary. That's called leadership. I have found this. When you exude courage, courage becomes contagious. Courage changes the atmosphere of where you are. When you're a leader, you have to display courage because it will affect other people. The atmosphere that you permit is the product that you will produce. Let me say that again. The atmosphere you permit is the product that you will produce. Courage is required as a leader. Confidence is required as a leader. You may not be liked as a leader. There may be times when you are misunderstood. Sometimes you'll even be misquoted. But you have to understand, as a leader, you speak a different language. I've been talking to you about that all week. Leaders speak a different language. They speak the language of vision. Leaders speak the language of vision. And it takes courage to speak with vision because other people do not see what you see. They may not see the possibilities. They may not see the potential, but that's why you're the leader. You're the leader because you're the visionary. Being a visionary will always require courage because most people, they see limitations where you see something futuristic. You see possibility. Speaking that vision is going to require even more courage. You may see something and may not say anything, but a leader has to speak that vision with courage. You have to be bold as a leader. You have to be brave as a leader. Leadership, listen, let me show you a couple of things while I've got you here. This is some of my teaching materials that I use with my entrepreneurs and business leaders. Most people's view of leadership is this right here on this top picture I have here. They envision leadership as the guy on top. He's here and everyone is underneath him. And I call this a pyramid system. There's a great problem with this type of leadership. It becomes very stationary and stagnant. It doesn't move very much, just like a pyramid in Egypt. It's still standing. But the leader seeing himself on top, this type of organization, and I found even many churches, they run this way. You got a guy on top and everybody's underneath him. It becomes very stagnant, very static. It doesn't move very well. So sometimes people will try to, they'll flip it over on its side and they'll make it like an arrow, it's going forward. And you got this guy out front and he's leading. The problem with this type of leadership is this type of leader becomes burned out very quickly. He loses momentum. Everybody's behind him in the charge. Third type that I've seen is this type. This is one that's rather new, but I call it a farce. It's just a lot of psychological mumbo jumbo. It's called servant leadership, the leader leading from behind. That's just a blunt object. Hey, good morning, Chauncey. Good to see you. It's just a blunt object. It won't have much point to it because ultimately the leader has to be the visionary. He has to be the one who brings everything to its point of reference in the future, not in the moment. So what am I teaching you here? Leadership doesn't mean you're the guy on top. Leadership doesn't mean you're the guy out front. My view of leadership is this. I've created a success wheel. Let me show you this one more time. It looks like a wheel rather than a triangle. You're not the guy on top. You're not the guy behind. You're not the guy out front. You're the guy that's right in the center of everything. That's why I look at leadership as a wheel, and I get right in the center of it. It's not a pyramid. Leadership can't become stationary or stagnant. Leadership can't be like an arrow with you out front leading. And leadership surely can't come from behind. You've got to keep leadership rolling. You got to be right in the middle of everything. If you're going to be a leader to other people, you got to get right in the middle of everything. A few final points as I end my leadership lab today with you. Anybody who's in leadership, this is why I'm saying leadership requires courage, because anyone who is in leadership, they are continuously in a place they can be criticized. A leader is also in a place where they can be continuously misunderstood. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why. Number one is communication. Ultimately, as a leader, you are responsible to communicate. You're not responsible for misinformation. I've found many times that people that may criticize you as a leader, that's why it requires courage and confidence. They may criticize you, and most of that is because they have misinformation or missing information. They haven't heard everything. They don't understand what you may understand. They may not understand you as a visionary. A leader has to be a visionary. You have to see into the future. Where is the organization going? Where is your business going? Where's your ministry going? You have to look, and because you're setting the course, you're setting the direction. Don't expect anyone else to do that. That's why you're there. That's why you're the leader. That's your role. That's your primary role as the leader, is to set the vision, to set the tone. So know that there'll always be, every occasion to be criticized, because people don't see what you see. They may not know what you know. They may not understand what you understand. But also know this. Expect when you are in the light, when you are the leader, you will be examined by people as well. A great leader can't be afraid of that. Good leaders are afraid of that, but a great leader's not. Because ultimately, a great leader, he's going to take those that surround him and he's going to make leaders out of them. I've been teaching you this all week. Good leaders can lead great organizations. but great leaders, they create other leaders. So today, I just wanted to encourage you on this final Leadership Lab. We're shifting. This is a leader shift. We're shifting into courage and shifting into confidence, because ultimately these are going to be key to your continuance as a leader. I want to thank you for joining me all week. If you haven't got to see these Leadershift Labs, they are available here on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. And I'm also on LinkedIn. All of them are available there. Hope you can go back and watch those. Also want to make a couple of recommendations before I go. This is a great book by my spiritual father, Dr. Paul Kreitz. This book is called 21 Things Every Leader Needs to Know. If you've never read this, you can go to his website. It's paulkreitz.com. 21 Things Every Leader Needs to Know. I believe this book is even being used in the Pentagon, and some of the branches of the military have been using this to teach leadership principles and skills. Also, my wife just released a new book this week. It's called Daily Dose Devotional. You can find it at our website, and that is wisdomforbeyond.com. This book is $12. That includes shipping, United States only. You can find that there. Great 31-day devotional. Be a great Christmas gift, stocking stuffer, fit right in that stocking. You can find that book there at our website as well. So 2 great recommended readings today. 21 Things Every Leader Needs to Know at paulkreitz.com. My wife's new book, Daily Dose Devotional, at wisdomforbeyond.com. And also you can find there a couple of books that I've written, Beyond Success, Defining Success for Today's Leaders, and the Apex Impartation, talking to you about what it is you receive from a spiritual father. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I will see you back next week. I'm going to be talking about a whole lot of different new things. And if I don't see you then, maybe I'll see you Sunday. It'll be at our Household of Faith Beyond Church, 110 East Gay Street. We'll be there at 1030 Lancaster, South Carolina. I'm going to be talking to you about David and his leadership skills and what he demonstrated at Adullam. Glad you could join me today. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.